Okay, now let me show you how to generate some notation with some, for example, formula under, above, or in the sides of the notation. Let me give you some examples. Suppose that you want to generate, for example, something like this: I equal to 1 to n, for example, n over n plus 1. Or, for example, I equal to 1 to n, I not equal to j, x minus xi over xj minus xi. Okay, I want to generate something like this. Or, for example, you want to generate something like this. For example, I equal to 0 to n, j equal to 0 to n, for example, a, I, j. You can see that I have some formula like I equal to 1 to n in the under and above the sigma, and here we have a very special kind of these two formula under the sigma, and here I have put some formula I equal to 0 to n in the left and the right, in the bottom and in the top of the in fact this notation. I want to generate something like this. Let me show you how we can do this in LaTeX. Let me start with the simplest form, I mean this one. This is very easy. You can generate this formula by using the notation. For example, you want to generate the sum. Let me generate sum by sum, and then I equal to, for example, 0 to n. And here I can write the fraction here, n over n plus 1. This is all. There is nothing more to say. Or, for example, if you want to generate a product, okay, let me generate by backslash prod from I equal to 1 to, for example, backslash inf t a I, like something like this. Let me generate this one. You can see the formula like this. This is all. But if you want, if you have two, in fact, formula under the sigma or the product, suppose that you want to generate something like this, okay, something like this. In this case, if you act like before, and for example you use sum from I equal to 1 and I backslash not equal j, okay, to n, and here, for example, backslash frac x minus xi over xj minus xi. Okay, in this case you can see the code generates some formula like this, and this is not beautiful. In fact, this is not enough beautiful, because we prefer to put I equal to 1 and I not equal to j under each other on the under the sigma. Okay, in this case you can use something like this. Let me copy this one. Let me do something. Let me change it to prod. Okay, and it gives me an error now, I know. So let me remove this one and regenerate it. Okay, I have something like this. Now I want to put I equal to 1 and I not equal to j exactly under each other. Okay, so let me copy the code and regenerate the code by a very simple change. You can use it from this command, sub stack, okay, and then here a double backslash and something like this. Now if I generate the new code, you can see that I equal to 1 and I not equal to j put under each other exactly, and it is the good thing that I need. Okay, now let me start to tell you about the last one. For example, something like this. If you want to generate something like this, you can use a very simple command in LaTeX. The command is backslash side set, backslash side set. How it works, we have two different parts for side set. Okay, here you put underline, okay, underline, and then left bottom. For example, if you want to generate something like this, you have to put I equal to 0 here. Here, I equal to 0. Okay, then you put a hat and something like this, and you have to write n in the next part. I mean exactly here. Okay, something like this. Now for the next part, before the first brace you have to put a hat, okay, and then no, sorry, you don't need the hat, and here you have to put again underline, right bottom, I mean j equal to 0 here, j equal to 0, and then hat and right above, for example m, and finally you can put your symbol, something like this. Let me generate the code, generate the output. In fact, you can see this formula generate, and also you can write everything that you want in front of the prod, for example I and j, and it's all. There is nothing more to say. Just one note, if you want to ignore any of these parts, for example you want to ignore n, okay, so you have to clear n here, and also you want to clear j equal to 0, you can remove j equal to 0 and rerun the code. Now you can see that n and j equal to 0 will disappear, okay, and this works in a very good case, and you can generate very beautiful formula if you want. And also you note that everything that you want you can put instead of prod. For example, let me back this too, and for example you want to generate sum, okay, you put backslash sum, and then you can generate the sum with something like this. Okay, this is all. Every thing you can you want you can put instead of this one. For example, you can put it big cup. Look at the output. This is big cup or big cap. Look, you will have something like this. This is in fact everything that I need to tell you about this subject. Please subscribe my channel and wait for the next lectures about the LaTeX. Thank you.